How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Dropping Nickels and Dimes. I'm your host, Sean Joyce, and Nathan Peterman is not the answer. And shoot it over to my co-host.
Your favorite Objective Steelers fan, John? And
I am the professor, and of course we are here again on Monday. It's a depressing Monday again in Buffalo.
hey man, I'm feeling good.
I'm glad you are.
I'm feeling good after a good Thursday night.
Hey, go Eagles, you know?
Yeah, this is the time of the year where you jump on your NFC bandwagon, right, and you root for your NFC team. And
I have no choice.
I haven't picked one yet, but I will pick one.
They forced my hand.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get right to it. Is the process trusted anymore? Do either of you two trust the process? Let's just go right out there.
Going into the future, yes. This year, hell no.
Going into the future, yes. I see why he started Peterman. I get it. I know why he pulled Tyrod. Tyrod's not their long-term guy. They want to see what they have with Peterman to go and see what they have going towards the draft.
Does Leslie Frazier and Rick Dennison get a lot of the blame for what's going on right now?
Somebody's got to be
Absolutely.
held accountable. Somebody has to be held accountable. And for me right now, it's Rick Dennison. Uncle Rico,
Yeah.
I'm calling you out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been preaching Dennison for weeks. He's got to do something to help the offense out, and he's just not making any moves.
He just reminds me of one of
Fun.
those stubborn Bills coaches from the past 17 years that
Reminds
just
you of the
they
stubborn
have their
coaches
guy
in the
and they
NFL.
refuse to go with anyone else. That's my guy.
Turk Schoner.
Yeah,
that's-
that's my guy.
That's how the NFL is, though. They're a bunch of stubborn old men who I have my system and you are going to play my system. But all the coaches who they adapt and make players comfortable, their systems work. They're flexible. Like, look at how the Texans offense evolved when Watson came in. It had more basic college concepts, and he was lighting up teams like the Seahawks because they simplified it and made him comfortable within a system.
Flat out, Nate Peterman's not the answer. Tyrod has one bad week and you pull him. I don't know. Somebody's got to be held accountable, and it's just like week after week I've been saying, well, Tyrod's not to blame. Tyrod's not to blame. Of course, last week, 56 yards, interception was not acceptable, but how do you bench a guy that has 10 touchdowns and 3 picks throughout the season with, 1,400 yards?
Yep. And a 91 rating.
The greatest touchdown
ahead,
interception. I mean, the greatest. Can you argue stats though? The greatest touchdown interception ratio in NFL history right now. That's crazy.
Tyrod may be the best game manager in the history of the NFL.
Is that a bad thing?
That's
I can
not
argue
the
that.
worst
Is that
thing
a
in the
bad
world.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Mm.
And how I see it going into, the Chargers they had 3 wins and 6 losses going into the game. You have 2 of the most feared pass rushers in the entire NFL, opposite of your rookie quarterback, who are going to come screaming off that edge. You might as well have somebody who has the legs of Tyrod Taylor, who can break pocket and extend plays. But when you have Peterman back there, standing in the pocket, not stepping up in the pocket, and he's getting smacked in the mouth by Joey Bosa and Ingram every single play, that's what you're going to expect out of him.
He was clearly afraid because of his ability to not step up. He wanted to stay back, and the fear showed because we saw him force 2 of the interceptions, both of the lobs, one in the middle of the field, one on the right side. I'm sorry. And you know what?
3 of the first 6 plays were meant to be. I'm sorry. 5 of the first 9 plays were supposed to be targeted towards Benjamin, and Benjamin going down obviously didn't help, but
That definitely
It
hurt.
definitely hurt.
But we could tell that Nathan Peterman was not ready. You know what, John, I agree with your point.
He wasn't ready, and then I feel like he was out there because, Dennison threw Tyrod under the bus last week and said, we told him to air it out, and he didn't. But that's Tyrod's game. He's going to play his game. I like that he did that. I like that he knows what his limitations are. He played to his game. Peterman did exactly what he wanted, what coaching staff wanted Tyrod to do. He went out there and threw the ball deep, and it didn't work out so well.
All right, we're going to run over the game today. We're going to run over the box score, which I don't really want to do, but we got to do it. So we'll run the box score, and then we're going to go over.
Sure, we can run through the box score faster than Joey Bosa ran through your
Oh
offensive line.
God, right? We're going to turn it up from 4 to about 9. Are you ready to yell and get angry? Because the coaches we're about to tear apart piece by piece every coach and their mistakes so far. So, Corey Toomer, 59-yard interception return for a touchdown, 7-0 Chargers. Sean McCoy then answered it with a 27-yard touchdown.
Great run, great blocks.
They were the worst run defense in the NFL coming in last week?
That's what, hey, we should have been pounding it right down their throats the entire game. As soon as I saw that first drive where Shady just broke off 2 plays, I don't know if it was in a row, but 2 plays on the same drive, scores a touchdown. I'm going, keep running the ball, drive it down their throats, but for some reason we just don't do that. And we don't do it with Shady when the time is right. Drives me nuts.
I agree because Shady, that first drive, probably had at least 40, 50 yards rushing.
Easy.
And we got
Shady had a great game all around.
Yep, and we just got away from it. Let's say he throws 2 picks instead of 5. We're still in the game instead of forcing all the throws. He's not Tyrod Taylor. They treat him like Tyrod, and this is what happened. First quarter ends 10-7. Nick Novak hits 33-yard field goal, and then the second quarter, all hell breaks loose. Keenan Allen, 21-yard touchdown pass from Phillip Rivers off one of the interceptions. Keenan Allen, another 2-yard touchdown pass from Phillip Rivers off another interception. Nick Novak hits 28-yard field goal. Melvin Gordon, 10-yard run off another interception. Nick Novak hits 39-yard before the end of the half, and it's 37-7 at halftime.
Whoever was guarding Keenan Allen got taken to school on Sunday. Welcome to Sunday school. That kid had 12 receptions, 100 and something yards, and touchdown or 2?
2.
My biggest problem, not just on the secondary, but on everybody on the entire defense, and I complained about it all Sunday long, and I've complained about it for weeks. They are going to strip first instead of wrapping and driving, and it's driving me absolutely crazy is what it's doing. You're taught in Little League football to wrap and drive, and they're trying to strip first.
Turnover
and and they're getting dragged 5 yards? I mean, guys are easily getting 5 to 6 yards after contact because that's happening.
I've been joking about it, but now I'm angry. I woke up today angry. Marcel Darius was the heart of our run, stopping our run defense. Now we're dead.
Even if his stats weren't there, his
presence was there.
The presence.
I've been saying this since we traded him. It's his presence. His presence. We're missing his presence. It's not always stats.
Marcel being double.
You're a defensive tackle. Your job is to fill up a hole, and that's exactly what he did. To open up, why? Why does everybody else have so many sacks and tackles? Because Marcel's covering up his hole, and other guys are getting left open. I mean, come on.
And now, really, at this point, we're looking at it might cost us the whole season. Marcel Darius getting traded. So it's just frustrating.
I mean, we're sitting here talking about Marcel. Marcel's in Jacksonville. Let's talk about everybody on our defensive line that's not producing. Shaq Lawson. He has 2. He's hit the quarterback twice this season. He's hit, not sacked. Yeah, he has 2 sacks. He's hit the quarterback twice this season. That's it. That's it. Those 2 sacks are the only time he has knocked a quarterback on their ass this season. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if he's fit for this defense or if he's a bust. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Jarrell Worthy, Washington, bums.
Your whole front
Rotational
7.
players, as you said last week, Adam. They're not starters. We have, and I'm not going to kill Shaq because Shaq is a 3-4 rushing outside linebacker.
He is, but you're here and
he's doing the best he can. We can't say he ain't trying, but he's just not. He ain't a 4-3 DN, and it's showing. And we're looking at it on film. We're watching it live.
Jerry Hughes and Kyle Lopes can't do it all by themselves.
No, they can't. We're starting to see the holes that need to be filled. Thank God we have 6 of the first 96 draft picks, right?
That's right.
All right, we're going to finish the half here. Nick Novak starts the third with field goal, 28-yarder, 40-7. Hauschka, House Money broke the... we have a positive from the game on Sunday. Steven Hauschka hit his 13th consecutive field goal over 50 yards, giving him the NFL record for the most consecutive field goals over 50 yards in NFL history. So... we'll give it an applause.
That's great. That's great.
That's good news.
That's great.
That's the only good news we can
Right.
take away from today.
Hey, man, just, remember the early 2000s. Brian Mormon, huh?
Yeah, kind
I
of.
remember when Brian Mormon was your guys' best player. On the season tickets, it was Brian Mormon.
Yep.
Your best player was a punter. That's ridiculous.
Now our best players are.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous.
Brian Mormon was great.
Brian Mormon was great.
Yeah, he was great because he had so many opportunities because your offense was never on the field. Brian, get out there.
I'm
boot it.
gonna tweet Pat McAfee. I'm gonna tell him you got to talk about Brian Mormon in one of your podcast episodes. I mean, come on, he's definitely a special teams great.
Hall of Famer. Might be a stretch. Okay.
All right, Wall of Famer.
Wow, if he got on the wall, that'd be great. Melvin Ingram, 39-yard fumble return for a touchdown. Chargers took 47-10 lead. LaShawn McCoy caught a 12-yard pass from Tyrod in the fourth to make it 47-17. Austin Eckler, another backup running back, runs for another touchdown on us in back-to-back weeks. 54-17, and Tyrod had a 2-yard run at the end there to make it 54-24. So I guess my next question about the game to everybody is, if Tyrod plays the whole game, is it close in our? Do we have
Absolutely, you guys are in the game.
Defense isn't as tired because they're not out there as much.
Yep.
Right.
Or they're not getting beat up as much.
5 interceptions don't happen.
Clearly.
5 interceptions don't happen.
Tyrod comes in and puts up 21 points.
What about that 20-yard run Tyrod had on a read option play? Where's that been all year?
You know what? Maybe
I saw it and I was like, holy crap. That isn't called a play. That's actually going to help the quarterback.
Maybe these stubborn old men are actually going, I have an option quarterback who is good at read option and is a scrambler and can throw. We're not saying he's just scrambler option, but Tyrod can throw.
But
so let's cater the playbook to him.
But when Tyrod started originally in his first preseason games in Buffalo, that's what we saw, and that's what gave Tyrod that advantage over E.J. Manuel and anybody else he was competing with. That's what made everybody go, wow, this guy might actually be able to play quarterback. Let Tyrod be Tyrod. What have I been sitting here saying for weeks?
Yep, I'm with you.
He's stubborn.
But Dennison's too caught up in his system. What? You said last week that Dennison was accusing him of not being able to run the offense and being too dumb. So even if he was, which he isn't.
No. Coach fault.
You can still simplify your offense in something that will allow him to play fast and play comfortable and be successful and give you the best chance to win games because he's your best chance on that roster.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. Which is originally why he got brought back in the first place. Am I right?
Because Tyrod is, without a doubt, here's putting Tyrod over. Tyrod's definitely the best game manager in the NFL. Just he's not elite, but Tyrod's good.
I see him as a more athletic Alex Smith.
Yeah, that's good.
He's not going to go out and win you games, but he's going to
go ahead and let Tyrod walk. He's going to be starting somewhere in the NFL next year, and he's going to be in the playoffs.
Agreed, 100%. If we don't want to get that far ahead yet, we will.
I'm just saying, though.
But let's say if we do take a quarterback in the first round, which we hope, because that'd be great. We have 2 first-round picks.
You guys
if they let Tyrod go, okay, that's fine. We're getting a first. But if they don't draft quarterback in the first, then Tyrod's your man. And with all this going on, with the whole league reacting to this, because the Chargers were tweeting out, that they couldn't believe that we're starting Nate Peterman against them. They took that as a challenge. That's why they dominated us. They took it as, you're spitting in our face. You're going to put him against us. The players aren't dumb. Everyone here knows that. Everyone in the league going, you bench Tyrod Taylor, your starting quarterback, your best quarterback, a top 20 quarterback in the NFL, because you're an idiot?
So this brings me back to what me and you were talking about yesterday. Tyrod obviously gets to start this week, right?
Has to.
Right.
Nope.
Right.
We gotta address it. If Tyrod doesn't start Sunday, we might not have a show for the last 6 weeks.
Tyrod will not start Sunday.
I'm not watching the game. Why, John?
Why? Because we've watched the news all week. Has he once said, I made a mistake putting Peterman in.
No.
No, he has not. And he's not going to kill the kid's confidence because he's not Hugh Jackson. He's not an idiot. He would have pulled him, but 2 picks.
Yep.
He's a fifth round draft pick.
But they're going to put him in, and they're going to give him another chance.
He's a fifth round draft pick. I mean,
am
am I that invested in Nate Peterman, who's a 5th round draft pick that just threw 5 picks in his debut? I'm really not. I wasn't that invested in Jeff Toole. I wasn't that invested in
still going to give him another chance.
Brown, any of them.
Goes on.
Any of them.
Backups. Yeah.
He's a backup quarterback. Newsflash.
We drafted a
Hey,
backup
flat out. Tell you now. It's either Tyrod or start getting ready to draft Baker Mayfield. So
I don't know. It comes down to this. Are we trying to win? If you put in Nate Peterman, you're not trying to win, right?
No, absolutely not.
Sorry.
It's over.
1 game is what any kid needs. That was Ryan Leaf-esque, as I said yesterday. That was 5 interceptions. You have a good quarterback. It's just mind-blowing. This really is the most mind-numbing thing of the
do
draft.
not blow the
I'm
season.
sorry.
Do not blow the season and put Tyrod on the bench this week. You're going to make an ass of yourself. Stop.
And it's not over yet, which is crazy.
That's why
We're tied.
that's why it's
6
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well,
Bad move. In a game against Kansas City, we could beat Kansas City
At
this
Arrowhead.
week. That's playoff
Yes,
implications right there. Come on. This is ridiculous.
And
Without
you guys
a
beat him.
question.
It lowers. It helps you guys out with that pick you guys took from him.
And
Yeah,
Rick Dennison, says this week that he knows Kansas City very well from playing against them in Denver.
Cool.
That's great.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's great.
That's all it is.
Start the right quarterback. I don't give a damn what you know. Start the right quarterback. I'm sure you knew LA's offense, defense. Come on. Ridiculous. I'm not hearing it. I'm sure McDermott knew New Orleans offense and defense. I mean, I don't care. I want to see results.
We're going, as you said, we are going to Kansas City on Sunday. Nate Peterman starts. I'm not turning the game on.
It's going to be ugly. That defense.
The
and
whole
Andy Reid will pick us apart.
culture that he's been trying to build all season will go down the toilet
It's credibility.
because it's gonna tell the team, I don't want to win.
Yep.
That's plain and simple. If Tyrod doesn't start, they're done. They're looking towards January,
Yeah, I think they're throwing
February,
the towel at
April,
that point.
March.
And I
They're
can't
scouting.
even-
Is
They're done.
McDermott really he's looking to the draft already?
Are we tanking? Is a 5-2 team tanking? I mean,
Yeah, we were supposed to about 8, 9, 10 weeks ago.
as I said jokingly the other night, if this is Madden and I want to tank and my team starts out 5-2, I'm gonna be like, tank, done, throw them all away. Well, maybe it's happening in real life. I hope not. We're gonna take a break here. We'll come back with the scores after. Welcome back. How's everybody doing? We're going to get into the scores from Sunday, a very eventful Sunday in the NFL. And if one thing I learned this Sunday, it's that the NFC is kicking the hell out of the NFC. Because in the standings, in the hunt, there's 8 to 9 NFC teams. In the hunt in the AFC, there is pretty much, you can put everybody there, but only 2 of them are over 500. And hey, the worst team in the NFL is still over 500. Go figure. Thursday night football. I was at my bowl game out in Delaware, and I was enjoying watching the game with my good friend, and I was thinking about my other good friend as the Steelers pounded the Tennessee Titans 40-17. Go ahead, throw a comment in on your Steelers.
They didn't stand a chance in the second half. AB's coming out. Schuster's getting his touchdowns, his looks.
Yep.
Ben's kind of looking a little more like
Oh,
Ben.
Oh, shit.
Finally.
Antonio Brown.
Wow.
42.5 fantasy points in our league.
Thank you
this
for
week.
bringing that up.
Unbelievable.
Because I was just amazed at the stat line after the game, staring at the TV going, 10 catches, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
AB's the man.
They're on fire. The Steelers get on fire.
Defense is hot. Offense has to stay hot for,
4 more weeks.
I don't know, all the way to January would be great, but especially when Brady comes to town and I'm going to be at that game, I'd love to see us take first seed in the AFC.
Damn right. Lions beat the Bears 27-24, a game that the Bears were in the whole time. Anything?
The Bears can be in the game all they want. They're not going to win. They don't have enough talent around their young quarterback or help to help them win. And you're not going to outbeat Stafford with that motley crew of kids.
Yep.
But they almost did. You're totally you're totally
It's
just
fine.
overlooking them being a
overlooking them, yes.
John is
not a
right.
winning team
But
this year.
Stafford is
I
a
think that
monster.
Yes, but I think that this makes them look really, really, really good going into the future. Do
Oh,
you
absolutely.
not?
They're good for the future.
Man, they are competing. They totally are taking Stafford to his limits.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The Bears beat me this season. They beat Pittsburgh.
Yep.
They're set for the future.
They're taking
They're
on
a good team, but
they're
they are
stepping up.
competing this year.
They're stepping up and going head to head with some of the best teams this year.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jags beat the Browns 19-7 in a game that the Browns were in all day, and I kind of thought the Browns were going to win.
Oh my God, Browns!
Sad.
Dumpster fire every season. Hugh Jackson, you're going to get fired from your second coaching job because
Sorry, Brownies.
At least we're not Browns fans.
That's what we say around here. Ravens beat the Packers 23-0. Are the Ravens heating up?
no, the Ravens got the easiest schedule ever.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Congratulations, you get every team when they're injured. Cool.
And they're going to take that.
And they're going to sneak into the
16 from
playoffs
us.
because the AFC is a rotting dumpster fire as well.
Speaking of dumpster fires, the Bucks beat the Dolphins 30-20. Jay Cutler's Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what you're going to get. Seems like.
What do you mean? You know, you're gonna get
Ryan
at least 2 to
Fitzpatrick.
3 guaranteed interceptions.
Ryan
Ryan
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick did
Playing
dominate, and you know what?
Fitz got some quick feet getting that ball out all the time.
Fitz is the opposite of Tyrod in a perspective I noticed the other day of Fitz is not afraid to take a chance to throw it in there. If Tyrod had Fitz's goal, damn, that'd be a quarterback right there. But, wow, if Fitz can lead the Bucks to the playoffs or something, that'd be insane. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Vikings beat the Rams 24-7. Does this make the Vikings the second best team in the NFC? That was the battle for 2 in the NFC.
Tell you what, makes Case Keenum
Another
looking
solid
real
game.
good.
I don't know where it came from, man.
How does the team have 3 starting quarterbacks on their roster? You guys can't find 1. 3.
They're figuring it out.
You think Case Keenum will be in Buffalo next year?
No.
Saints beat the Redskins 34-31 in an OT thriller. 8 in a row for the Saints.
Saints
The
are winning Super
Saints
Bowl this
are
year.
on
Yeah, right.
fire. They're going to make a deep playoff run. It is. Hey guys, that's the bright spot in the room. 1 draft can turn your whole franchise around.
And
I mean, granted, they still have Breeze, but 1 draft can make a huge impact.
hey, 1 draft made a huge impact for us in Madden last night. The Giants beat the Chiefs 12-9 in a shocker. The Chiefs, hey, I was gonna bring this up when we go over the game, but the Chiefs have lost 4 of the last 5. Are they getting figured out now?
Yeah. Kareem Hunt's starting to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the deepest receiving core. You take Ty from over the top, you just put somebody with safety help over the top, and then you put the guys in the box to stop Kareem.
Yeah. The speed's
That's
getting
their
contained
offense, like-
if they can't move.
Pittsburgh's figured them out. That's what put the schematic out there, and now everybody's just kind of.
They'll get a win this week. Don't worry.
Yeah, I can pick that up.
No. Jeez.
Texans beat the Cardinals 31-21. That's an ugly one.
It's
Blaine
ugly,
Gabbert, 3
period.
touchdown passes. Didn't know Blaine Gabbert was still in the league when I saw
Blaine
him.
Gabbert. I watched him in preseason in that Arizona offense.
Yeah,
He's good there.
he's doing well.
Arians knows how to
Who
coach a
says
quarterback.
that?
And that's the example of what I'm talking about. They take a player, they build him around his strengths, and they let him play what he's good at. That's what Arians does.
Too bad they couldn't pull that one out, but hey, that was encouraging seeing that.
Hey, but Blaine
If they
Gabbert
didn't have
looked good.
quarterback, then hey, 4-6 in the NFC, they're pretty much done. But you know they need a quarterback for the future, right? So I mean, what if Blaine Gabbert works under
He's
Arians?
at least
So.
a bridge gap.
Bengals beat the Broncos 20-17. The shocker there for
Who
me is,
cares?
can you believe Denver is 3-7?
Yes. Who's their
Yeah,
quarterback?
quarterback. Hey, there's someone of those worst problems.
7th round pick Trevor Simeon or injured Paxton Lynch or
you can't start.
Chad Kelly, the kid who fights at high school football games.
Yes. Patriots beat the Raiders 33-8. It's Steelers, Pats in the AFC title. I'll put money on it now. I don't know what else you could say in the AFC.
Steelers, Pats, at Heinz Field.
Who's going to get home field is the only question. Agreed.
Derek Carr has all of a sudden become captain check down.
I wonder if it's the line, because the line looked really bad against us. I only watched 2 Raiders games.
The guy shouldn't be playing. He's hurt. He's still hurt.
He's probably
Yeah,
playing
back.
hurt. That's a great point. And you know what? That guy's
I don't want to get hit either. I'm checking it down.
True. Adam's favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Let's go, man. Hey, Carson Wentz is the quarterback going into the future for the NFL. This dude is something special, man. He's fun to watch. I'll tell you that right now. That's a game manager right there. He knows how to just completely take over a game.
Mm-hmm. Eagles pound the Cowboys Sunday Night Football 37-9, dropping 30 at halftime. Excuse me, in the second half.
Granted, the Cowboys' offense is
dead
taking a giant step backwards. Everybody's saying, "Oh, it's Zeke." Hell no. Who cares? It's Tyron Smith. Period. End of story. Left tackle is the second most important position in the NFL. And 2 weeks ago, Adrian Claiborne, an absolute draft butt, had 6 sacks against the 2 backups playing there. Yep. That's the important part of the missing link on the Cowboys team right now. Tyron Smith.
True.
Anybody could run behind that line, but Tyron Smith is the key cog on that offensive line. Period. End of story.
What happens when team lose their key players on the line?
I mean, it's working out all right for the Eagles, but
ain't working here. Falcons Seahawks Monday Night Football. Who do you got?
well, the Legion of Boom's all sitting on the bench, so I guess I'm gonna go with Matt Ryan and carve him up for about 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, Matt Ryan will probably go off.
Since I know the score here and it's halftime, I'm not going to pick anyone, but the Falcons are up 24-17 at halftime, so we're going to go with that. All right, that's our week roundup, and now we look forward to Sunday at Arrowhead, as legendary Chris Berman would say. And you know what? It's been a graveyard for the Bills over the past drought. I think we've won 1 game in Kansas City over the last 18 years. And we probably beat the Chiefs twice over the last 18 years. That just, when I think of the Chiefs, that comes to mind first. But the Chiefs have lost 4 of their last 5 games to good teams, the Steelers and the Cowboys, and to bad teams. They lost to the Raiders and the Giants. We beat the Raiders. The Chiefs are looking mortal. And they beat the Broncos in their only win of the last 5. Tyrod Taylor starts. Everyone's
Tyrod Taylor
healthy.
starts. You have a chance.
I agree.
More.
No, I agree. I mean, what did you see last week? Tyrod comes into a game in 1 quarter and puts up 21 points with what seemed to be without an issue. I mean, what happens when you light a fire under a quarterback's ass and you tell him you're going to get put on the bench and we're going to get rid of you? He's going to produce, and all of a sudden Tyrod looks like the Tyrod that we saw week 1 2 years ago against the Indianapolis Colts. That's the Tyrod Taylor we're talking about. Tyrod from 2 years ago that just wasn't afraid to ball out. I'm going to put the ball up in the air. But, I mean, is this offense is this system built around Tyrod Taylor?
No.
I think we've seen no, but maybe like you said, maybe they're seeing Tyrod's strengths and they're saying, oh, look at that. That works. Move the ball around a little bit.
Keys to the game, Dennison gives Tyrod the keys to the car. Lets him run the read. Lets him run boots.
If he even plays.
If he even plays. And I want to see some no-huddle out of the Bills.
You know what? I pray to
Because that stadium's going to be loud, and you're going to have some simplified reads because you're not going to be able to make 800 checks at the line because those fans are going to be roaring and they will not hear you. You got Marcus Peters lined up on Benjamin if he plays.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a tough one. So your other guys got to win, and Shady's got to work against that front seven.
All right. Well, I got my prediction for
They got to step up against D. Ford
sure.
and Houston.
If I got okay, so this could be situational. If Peterman starts, we're gonna get murdered. It's gonna be like
They might put up 60, like you said.
it really might be like 49 to like
14.
10. If Tyrod plays, I'm gonna say the Buffalo Bills win this week in Arrowhead, 17-13.
Heard, John? You gonna do the same? Situational?
Well, if Tyrod plays, I think the Bills will win.
Okay.
I think the Bills will win if Tyrod plays. It's gonna be ugly. But they will win.
They have to start Tyrod Taylor.
And you guys better find someone to plug up that A gap, or Kareem Hunt is going to have a wild ride in fantasy football this week.
Start any Chief if Nate Peterman starts.
Start the Chiefs defense. You're guaranteed 50 points.
I think that Tyrod will start because common sense, and I hope there's common sense in the Bills clubhouse right now. If he starts, we don't win in Kansas City. I'm going to assume Tyrod will start. I think we'll lose about 27-21. We'll play good if Tyrod starts, but that offense is the fastest, craziest spreaded offense in the NFL, in my opinion.
And our defense is not there, especially with Hyde going down.
I don't know. Andy Reid's getting kind of full of himself lately. The last, 3 or 4 weeks, he's had a non-quarterback throw the ball, and each one's resulted in an interception. He's gonna try some trick
He's
stuff.
getting wild, yeah. He's been getting wild.
He's a wild man.
I can see him definitely pulling anything against us.
Oh, yeah.
It's us. I'm sorry. So, that's about going to do it here. Dropping Nickels and Dimes. Make sure to like us on Facebook under Queen City Sports Network. Make sure to like us and subscribe on YouTube. We'd like to bring you more content, of course, and keep it fresh for you. Hopefully we can bring you some more positive content for next week. But at this rate, I don't see that really happening, unfortunately. Here's to Baker Mayfield, right? And the 2018 NFL Draft.
Sooners!
I'm going to leave on that.
Boomers.
Go ahead, guys.
All right, your favorite objective Steelers fans signing off. Happy as ever for the week. Nice little beat down of the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the professor, and actually I'm going to end this on a serious note. I'd like to send my condolences out to Terry Glenn's family, football legend, former New England Patriot and Dallas Cowboy. Of course, me being a 90s kid who grew up watching Terry Glenn, number 83, one of the all-time greats.
Terry Glenn, 43 years young, died in a car accident. Very sad, very upsetting, sad day. But we're going to leave on some Sooners because we are hoping for Baker Mayfield to come to Buffalo. So we're going to leave on that. Here's to Tyrod. Here's to everyone. Here's to Dropping Nickels and Dimes. Love you guys. Have a good week.
Go Bills!